Greetings and salutations, everyone! So as most of you should know by now, MapleStory 2's English release is currently in beta testing as we speak, and we've just recently given out around 60 keys. And I know many of you are looking forward to its release. With good reason. I mean, just look at how amazing the game is. It's an anime RPG we haven't had in forever. However, I thought before MapleStory 2 launches, I'd take another look at the original MapleStory. So let us take a look at how MapleStory is currently and if it's worth getting into and or investing time into right now, or whether or not you should just skip it altogether and play MapleStory 2 once it's launched. So without further ado, let's jump right into this, shall we? Now guys, depending on how long you've been a part of Byte, you should know that STIX and I have played a good amount of MapleStory prior, having reached at least level 100. Granted, that's not that high in MapleStory standards, considering you can reach 250 plus. That being said, to get a better look at how leveling and generally playing MapleStory is as a first-time experience, I decided to start fresh as a new character in order to truly see whether or not this game is worth playing as it is right now. With that being said, MapleStory's character creation, or rather class selection screen, is stuffed full of classes to pick between, all with their own pros and cons in a semi-detailed graph informing you of what to expect from this class, whether informing you that they are a tank, whether they're mobile, or they're just downright strong. That being said, most, if not all of the classes have limited to no character customization, which isn't inherently bad as you can eventually change your outfits and hairstyles, but it is still somewhat disappointing. Picking your class doesn't just affect gameplay, it also affects your starting area and storyline, making each character or class you play feel different as they start from different areas. Then there's the many advancements your class undergoes during the game, 5 job advancements in total, thus far for each class. These advancements give you access to a whole set of new skills, which can potentially change the whole entire style of fighting for your specific character class. Then of course, MapleStory does consistently add new classes to the game, like the recent release of Arc, which is the character I decided to play while testing this out. Now I will point out that there is a lot of freedom in MapleStory, as you can freely travel the world and its regions manually by going through the loading screens or via the taxi service. This world is really quite vast, so I would just say use a taxi. That being said, you can also freely choose your character statistics, allowing you to create the type of character you truly want to play. Or you can do what I do and just do what is recommended for your class. It's simple and easy. Then there's of course picking what skills to level up, deciding where to place said skills, as MapleStory has a strange key binding section, making it a little difficult to use at times, but luckily you can fully customize everything to your liking until it's perfect, which is quite handy. Then there is MapleStory's combat. Oh, how I missed it. It's just plain old fantastic, and that's a simple way to put it. Yes, I know it's a simple side-scrolling platformer MMORPG. How could the combat be good? And I understand that sentiment. Prior to playing it, I thought I wouldn't, or rather couldn't possibly enjoy this combat style. How fun could attacking left and right really be? The more detailed answer to this question is that the combat is all-consuming. Some classes have attacks that cover the full screen, some classes being able to nimbly fly across, killing mass hordes of monsters, or you can simply use it to get to NPCs easier, or travel faster. It has many useful uses for lazy people like me. So, MapleStory has intense combat, fun classes, so many options and playstyles, yet something that stands out even more than all of these features is its cute comical visuals and story. You can't go far without encountering comical dialogue somewhere or something cute popping out on your screen. Like the background snails here. They're adorable and kind of weird. So the real question, does all of this make MapleStory worth it for a new player? Well, MapleStory, with all of its fun, features, and freedom, is actually a hard game to get into. With its steep grind as you get higher through the levels, MapleStory in and of itself is difficult and can discourage new players, as some things aren't necessarily explained very well. All in all, MapleStory is a very fun game, depending on your personal preference of MMORPGs. However, the difficult controls can really weigh it down, so yes, I do believe it is still worth investing time into, if you have time and patience. MapleStory 2 is much more intuitive and appeals to a much larger audience as it's more simpler and more up to date. So if you've got the time on your hands and you want to try the original before MapleStory 2 comes on, I say go for it. It's a great MMORPG, but keep in mind it does have its flaws and it can take a really long time to master and level up. Either way guys, I'd love to know what you think about MapleStory and whether or not you'll be playing MapleStory 2 once it's fully released. With that being said, a good day, night, or afternoon wherever it is where you are, and I will be seeing you guys in next time, so don't forget to check out the next videos that will be released.